Breaking news straight from the heart of the British monarchy, a royal shake-up that's sending tremors through the palace and beyond. King Charles III has just delivered a firm, no-nonsense message to his nieces, Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie, and it's leaving the royal world stunned. After months of controversy surrounding Prince Andrew's scandals and the recent stripping of his titles, the king has decided that the time for royal privilege without accountability is officially over. But this isn't merely a cost-cutting move. It's part of a much bigger vision, one that could redefine the future of the monarchy itself. Since ascending to the throne in 2022, King Charles has been on a mission to streamline the royal family, making it more efficient, financially transparent, and aligned with modern values. According to royal author Robert Jobson in his new exposé, The Windsor Legacy, Charles has made it absolutely clear that his nieces must now stand on their own 2 feet. This isn't a polite suggestion, it's a direct order from the monarch himself. The days of living in palace residences at the taxpayer's expense are drawing to an end. From now on, only those who actively serve the crown will benefit from its privileges. Behind palace doors, insiders reveal that this has been brewing for quite some time. The king, they say, has privately expressed frustration that royal properties have been treated like a family hotel, where distant relatives come and go without purpose or responsibility. He's determined to put an end to that. Moving forward, royal residences will no longer serve as free or subsidized homes for extended family members. They'll be rented at commercial rates, meaning even those with royal blood will have to pay their own way if they're not working royals. The message is clear: if you're not serving the monarchy, you're not entitled to live off it. For Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie, this directive represents a turning point. Princess Beatrice, who divides her time between a family home in the Cotswolds and an apartment at St. James's Palace in London, may soon find her London residence coming with a hefty bill. The king's plan is to make sure that properties like these are financially self-sustaining and not simply handed down as royal perks. A palace source summed it up bluntly: the king isn't running a housing association for his extended relatives. Princess Eugenie faces a similar situation. She and her husband, Jack Brooksbank, currently live between Portugal and the UK, where they occupy Ivy Cottage within the Kensington Palace grounds, a residence that would cost millions on the open market. But under Charles's new system, staying there will no longer be a privilege based on birthright, it will have to be earned or paid for. This move isn't just about money. It's about legacy and public trust. King Charles is acutely aware that the monarchy must justify its existence in a modern, democratic society. Every scandal, every misuse of funds, and every sign of unearned privilege chips away at the institution's credibility. By tightening the royal budget and holding non-working royals accountable, Charles is sending a strong message to the British people: the monarchy is serious about reform, transparency, and responsibility. This isn't just a financial adjustment, it's a public relations strategy to preserve the monarchy's long-term relevance. But this comes at a sensitive time for the York family. Prince Andrew's downfall has cast a long shadow over his daughters. Earlier this year, King Charles formalized the complete removal of Andrew's royal titles and honors through a legal document known as Letters Patent, published in the London Gazette. Andrew, once known as the Duke of York, is now simply Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, a private citizen with a very public past. He's been ordered to leave his longtime residence at Royal Lodge and relocate to the king's private Sandringham estate, effectively placing him in royal exile. For Beatrice and Eugenie, that means their family's standing within the royal hierarchy has never been more fragile. Despite their efforts to remain scandal-free and committed to charity work, Beatrice and Eugenie are facing the consequences of their father's actions. The king's stance is firm: family loyalty cannot outweigh the monarchy's integrity. By financially distancing himself from Andrew's daughters, Charles is protecting the royal brand. It's not personal, it's business. The business of preserving the crown's future. Historically, the British royal family has been enormous, filled with countless cousins and distant relatives enjoying wealth and prestige simply by birthright. But modern Britain demands accountability. People want to see their royals working, earning their privileges, and giving back. Charles, after decades of preparation as the Prince of Wales, understands that better than anyone. He's watched the monarchy adapt, stumble, and survive through generations, and he knows that survival in the 21st century requires bold changes. Queen Elizabeth II faced similar challenges, especially in the 1990s when royal divorces and scandals rocked public confidence. But her approach was cautious, traditional, and gradual. King Charles, however, is taking decisive action. He's not afraid to play the role of the tough reformer, the monarch willing to say, No, even to his own family if it means securing the future of the institution. The ripple effects of this decision could be far-reaching. If Beatrice and Eugenie must now pay commercial rent or fund their lifestyles independently, what about other non-working royals? The children of Princess Anne, or the Queen's extended relatives who still benefit from royal privileges. The King's new policy could set off a domino effect of financial independence across the family, forcing royals to explore new careers or commercial ventures. Imagine a future where minor royals enter business, media, or even reality television to sustain themselves. It's not unthinkable anymore. Public reaction will be crucial. Some may view Charles as a responsible, modern leader taking necessary action. Others may see him as cold or unsympathetic for cutting off his nieces. Much will depend on how Beatrice and Eugenie respond. If they accept the King's reforms with dignity, they could strengthen their public image as modern, relatable royals. But if they push back or appear entitled, it could ignite a PR firestorm and damage the family's image further. Another fascinating question is whether Beatrice and Eugenie could one day become working royals again. With the monarchy slimming down, there may eventually be a shortage of active members available for public duties. If that day comes, Charles might bring them back into the fold, but on his terms, under strict financial and professional conditions. Of course, there's still the wildcard, Prince Andrew. Even stripped of titles and influence, he's unlikely to stay silent. Will he encourage his daughters to resist the King's reforms? Or will he urge them to adapt and preserve their position quietly? Either way, the York family's relationship with King Charles is about to face its biggest test yet. One thing is certain, King Charles is not backing down. He's redefining what it means to be royal in the modern world. Tough, pragmatic, and forward-looking, he's willing to make unpopular decisions today to ensure the monarchy's survival tomorrow. So here's the bottom line, Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie have been officially told that their royal privileges are no longer guaranteed. The message from King Charles is crystal clear: if you want the lifestyle, you must earn it. Whether they rise to the occasion or fade quietly from the royal spotlight remains to be seen. But one thing's for sure, the British monarchy is entering a new era, and Charles is the architect of that transformation. If you love deep royal insights and exclusive updates on the Windsors, make sure to hit that subscribe button, turn on your notifications, and stay with Royals Explored. We'll keep you informed with every twist, every scandal, and every revelation behind palace doors. What do you think of King Charles's bold decision? Is he showing true leadership or turning his back on family? Let us know in the comments below, and we'll see you in the next video.